Grab that for him, 'cause I'm going to see him at work in a couple of weeks anyway.
Alright. Is that camera on?
Yeah. This weekend we're going to that grip attack, which is the one that we mentioned about when we first picked up the Focus RS. Car's just come back from Keith for Wheels with his new wheels and tyres, so I'll show you that shortly. So he's fitted the Endless ME20 brake pads, which is good, and he's sorted out the brake discs for me as well because it got a bit of hot spots on the standard stuff. The next job we need to do to get it ready for this weekend is we've got a set of Hell Performance brake lines, so we're going to get those all fitted up. Then I've also got a whole lot of our good old golf competition oil, RF1000, which has proven to just be completely reliable and pretty much indestructible in terms of temperatures. Full system flush on that. And then we've got a couple other little bits. So we've got this over here, which is a pretty strange looking little device, but what it does is it spaces up the accelerator pedal. By default on this car, the pedal sits too low. We'll show you the before and after when we get that fitted. If I get a bit of time, I've got a couple of toe straps. We've got an electric cutoff. I don't think that'll go in today, but I might just find where to mount that. And then sponsor stickers as well to go back on the car. We've also got a little bit of a fun toy which we've purchased for all the skid control staff. A couple of the boys are coming over tonight because they're going to drive that car tomorrow, and we'll show you what that car looks like. So the reason why you replace brake lines on a performance car is the standard rubber hoses, as you can see this car's got over here, just have a tendency to expand under pressure and get softer as they get hotter. So what we're going to do is replace them with the braided lines, which have less tendency to do that, and they're longer lasting. So we've got that on the front over there, and we've got these rubber hoses on the back over here. So we'll start taking those out and show you what they look like afterwards. So as you can see, we've got the Hell braided brake line. They replaced this rubber grommet over here. The standard clips that hold the brake line in place over here are not really thick or designed for these. As you can see, it moves around a little. So we might need to find an alternative solution, but that'll do for now. The other problem I have personally with this is that this is just a tiny bit too long. So over time, I think it will rub up against there. They do have a rubber protector around as well as the braided underneath. So the chances of it rubbing through are very minimal, but brake lines are something that you don't really mess around with too much. I'll play around with this and see if we can get a good angle for it so that it stays, maybe even pull it out, or we'll have a play around and figure it out. Over to the front. No major issues over here. This bolts up nicely over here, comes through to this mount over here, which is perfect. It seems to hold it pretty well, and then goes through there. Same thing, we need to try and do something about that retainer. And then the only thing I don't like about the front is that this section over here on the standard line actually has a rubber grommet around the brake line so that it can rub up against there and be okay. I'm not particularly happy that it rubs up against metal over there, but once we get the new shocks in from MCA, see if we can make a plan with that. But for now, again, that should do the job. So let's get some golf fluid in here and then we'll move on to the next step. Brakes are now bled, the distinctive orange brake fluid that's coming through the bleeding kit over there. So I've just nipped that up now. This was the last bleed nipple of 6 that we need to do on the system over here. Just tidy it all up, and then we'll do that accelerator pedal and get the car clean so we can put some stickers on it and get it ready for tomorrow. With the Ford RS, and any Ford really, any Ford Focus, when you have a look at the pedals over here, you can actually see that this one is fairly far below the brake pedal. Because when you go on here to do a heel toe, you have to stretch your foot very far down to get to that, and when you're on hard brakes, then you can heel toe quite easy. But if you're only doing a little light touch on the brakes and then down changing, you pretty much can't heel toe. The car handles it okay, but it's not ideal for me. So you take this spacer over here, put it in behind that unit over there, and then what this spacer allows us to do is actually move the pedal left and right as well, so we can set it up and fine tune it to exactly where we need it. That is a seriously fiddly job, and I'm also not 100% sure I like it, because being that it's 3D printed, I'm not 100% sure it's going to be long lasting. So I might actually end up buying myself one of the metal ones that are available. Have a look at the pedals now. Number one, this is a lot closer across, so it's pretty much just a movement of the foot over there. The height of the pedals a lot closer are up over here. Only a light bit of brake required, and then you can easily heel toe on that. I'm gonna go give this a wash, get some wheels on, and then we'll show you the final look of the car for now. Let's show you those wheels. wheels that we've gone for are the Koyo SF05s, and we've always run Koyos since we've been in Australia, and the reason for it is they're locally made, they're fairly affordable, they are semi-forged wheels, so they don't break very easy, they do bend and you can get them repaired, and if ever we break a wheel, easy enough to just order another one locally. The size that we've gone for is the 18x8, and the offset that we've got is 35. These cars usually run around a 40mm offset. Having 35 meant that we've obviously increased the track of the vehicle, and we can still put spacers on if we need to when we start adding camber with the new suspension. The tires we're running at the moment are 245 40 18, and hopefully these are going to do exactly what we need them to do. The problem with the 19s is they only had a 35 profile sidewall and a very soft sidewall at that, and we believe that the 19s are just too big anyway. If it was my choice, I'd be running 17s on all my cars, but this vehicle, because of the big front brakes, needs to run an 18. So I'm going to start packing the car, and next we're going to show you the new skid control bicycle. Someone was selling a little BMW coupe, and I decided to send him a message to say, hey, you know, how much do you want for it? Someone else saw me comment on that and said, oh, I've got a compact for you, let me let you know. So every single one of our instructors and staff members are keen drivers. Some of them can, some of them can't afford it, and we decided this is the car that we're going to use as a rally car, which is a backup car, but it's also going to be a skid control staff car for everyone to be able to put money into, to drive and maintain and everything. So the whole idea is that it is the village bicycle, but it's the skid control bicycle. $600 cash in the pocket, drove down, fetched the car, and this is what we got. 316 compact, probably one of the lightest BMWs you can get. Full interior, massive 1.6 litre 4-pot motor that still runs. 225,000 kilometers on the clock. Working radio, which will turn off. It's even got aircon in here, which actually does work as well. The car is fully serviced. I'm not kidding, it is fully serviced, and it came with full history. Owner's manual, and it's literally got everything in it. All the registrations, service booklet with full service history, and even the latest service is up there. Good tires all around. Shocks are actually pretty decent as well, and the only problem with it is a bunch of hail damage on the side and on the roof. Judging by the fact that my dog's going mad, I'd say one of the first staff members here. Oh, there he is. Hey man, what do you reckon?
Looks good, dude.
It's not bad, eh? 600 bucks.
Clean.
So something else the car came with was a free racing bucket seat, because take a seat in that. Just
Oh yeah, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, man.
Yeah,
No worries. Yeah.
so I got this free thing. It's even on a rail. We might just need a.
I'm sorry. This is not a rail. This is two pieces of metal bolted to a seat.
Works, bro. Who cares? Rails might need a little bit of lubing or something to get it to work. But yeah, it's a seat, bro. It doesn't matter. Like seriously, and it holds you. They actually sit on it. It's quite comfortable.
Yeah, they're all right. See, they're just not. They're just not. They don't have strong bolsters because they're just fine. That's all. But hey, look, it's better than.
It's better than that.
It's better than drift spec.
I reckon we should just start pulling out of it, because it weighs like 1,100 kilos. We can make it under 1,000, I think. Yeah.
Works for me. Let's do it. Bye.
We'll fire the car up, and you'll check how quickly it fires up too.
First start.
First start, no problem. It's all ice cold, runs smooth. We're just gonna get stuck into this car and wait for Kester to come, and he can also start tucking into it. And these boys are gonna have a bit of fun with it tomorrow at Lakeside DTC as well, where we're ripping around in the RS. Can't wait till they find out how raw the car is. Oh, look who's finally arrived. We've like half stripped the car, and Kester's like, oh, maybe I should come now.
I like things that are half stripped.
So what do you think? Making good progress.
It's not bad.
Not bad. Dude, you must see the weight of the stuff that's coming out of here. It's
There's
ridiculous.
a pile
Yeah, but
beside the house.
Check it. Come check it.
No, but to be fair, you're going to put me in there and it's going to counteract it.
Look at that. Look at that. That's what's come out of the car so far.
That's
100 kgs right there. We're not even done. So we're just stripping, and then we're gonna do
You're just what now?
stripping. It's a strip show.
Jesus.
And yeah.
This is why we can't have nice
Bright.
Oh, we should probably turn away from yours.
That's the brightest thing about you.
Carry on, Kester. Find something and start working. Anthony is now going to give it a quick service, some fresh oil. Kester's standing around looking pretty, as always. We've got the BMW pretty much stripped out. The back end is all done, the back seats are all done, and Kester's there again. We've got a new gear knob in the middle over there because the other one was crappy, and we've got to put this seat in over here. Kester has just quickly lubricated the sliders. Give us a quick vacuum out over here.
Turbo.
Kester, make yourself useful.
Tired.
What's going on, boys?
Not a lot.
Yeah. Steve's on for Anthony. Completely empty out the back. Got the seat installed. Why you keep stroking the fucking Got a good knob over there. Anyway, as you can see, we're tired as anything. We've been working on that thing all night and we're done. We're finally done, serviced. Car's ready to go. We're gonna go put it in the trailer and we'll see you tomorrow at the track. So we're here at Lakeside DTC for the Grip Attack event. We've got all the cars obviously set up. And we've got Trent's S15, the Focus RS over there. We've got the boys from last night, including Mr. UPS man. What did we get up to last night?
So we've ripped out the entire interior. We put the SWS seat in, put new oil in, didn't have the right filter, but that's alright, so we got the new oil in there. Dylan put the new plugs in.
Yeah, Dylan actually changed spark plugs for once. That's I didn't even look, I was just supervising, but whatever we made up for in weight reduction, we put back on in stickers.
We went a little bit nuts on the car, just a bit. Shopping list going over there. Golf looking after us as always. Ski Control, we're in Australia in case you didn't know. We've decided that this is a Holy Grail car.
Performance suspension.
So it's a Holy Grail car. It's obviously a death trap too. The Ski Control sticker didn't work very well yesterday. It ripped itself up. Of course, none of the safety stickers actually mean anything.
What are you talking about? That safety sticker's correct.
Oh, there is
Go
one
where
thing
the
that's
tow
right.
point
We've
is.
actually got a tow point.
You need to show them the high-tech race dash that we have installed.
That's the idea. That's what we're up to today in the BMW. And in case it breaks, which it probably will, at least everyone knows where to push it. So we've got tow stickers and we've got push stickers. There's the start. There's the boost. There's the gears. First, second, third, fourth, and fast. We've got the temperature over there. We've got the fuel over there. RPM, which is a very slow moving gauge we found out, and then the kilometer per hour. Apparently it goes 6 kilometers an hour very quickly.
Mate, I'm just impressed at the fuel economy. Like, the more you drive it, the fuel tank's going to fill up, and it's going to get colder the more you drive it.
The more you dash the car, the more fuel it's got.
That's super fast. Look, it's by 1,000. That's 6,000 kilometers per hour,
6,000
dude.
kilometers. Shit, yeah. Kept the standard passenger seat. We haven't finished ripping shit off, but we'll get there. Carpets will come out eventually, but I reckon we've taken out, what, 100 kgs out of this car last night?
Man.
6 hours in the garage last night, and we got it done.
About 3 hours of sticker applying.
Yeah, 3 hours of it was stickers. And then of course we have to give a big shout out to Keith for Wheels, looking after all the Ski Control cars as always. Ready to rip around? Hey Craig.
Good evening.
Rare occasion for you to be on camera.
Me? No, I'm always in the background. Feeding me face or
Checking tyre pressure.
picking his nose.
He just produces the winners.
That's right.
You two better get in the top 10, eh? I want to see that shit.
It's unfortunate because he hasn't figured out his book of excuses for this car yet.
Have you looked in the glove box? Alright boys, have fun. Let's do it. First drive.
Yeah, man.
Enjoy man. What do you do? I heard you guys like go, oh. These two are second slowest of the day. Absolutely not killing it.
Hey, he's on my side.
So second fastest, Trent, and you're never going to come first because there's a silly light thing that's just not going to happen.
Awesome. It's a really cool thing.
So what time did you get in the BM?
51.55, yeah. He's at 51 flat.
Who got a 50.2? Seriously?
What do I do?
41.5. I got a 42.34 going off the track.
You use the dirt sheet for all drives. You're like, oh, look at me, I'm a rally car, go fast.
I literally went understeering off the track and I went faster by like 6 tenths.
So basically what Dylan's saying is every time he goes fast, it's not because of his skill.
I'm gonna go spin in the BMW, see if we can beat Kester. Dude, I hope you beat me.
So
Oh, really? Alright, let's go in the BMW, check it out. That's fun. Focus race is running well. However, on that last session, the pedal spacer snapped. It has been moving around all day, so I am now going to take that out and just deal with the low pedal. This is why we have test days. So let's get that off and carry on driving. Good driving. Cheers. Good fun. Under pressure. I love top 10 shooters. Yeah, I know you do. I've never been in one, so this was a weird experience.
No, you did one.
No, I did one, sorry.
Yes,
QR last year.
Because I didn't want the pressure.
Yeah. How did you go?
I'm not very happy.
And you also went?
He got within a tenth of your time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
won 3 dudes.
Why didn't you beat me?
Oh, I'm going to go with experience, power to weight.
Oh, here's the power to weight thing.
Where's the book of Dylan excuses again? I'll go find it.
Yo. They need your timer back, man.
Oh, sorry.
That's right, I got put back.
Yeah.
Just hot wire the car while you're there.
Just cut everything in the engine bay, it's fine. Don't worry about it, just cut some wires, it's right.
So the BMW,
Mate,
it lasted all day.
That thing is a champion, dude.
No issues, eh?
That thing is a champion.
Yeah.
I've never seen something get punched around that much and give so much happiness that wasn't on corner.
And fastest was Trent Lace. Dylan Cothill. Third place, which was Pauline Graham. The 41. Second, Trent Lays with a 41.10. And the $500 and the first place goes to Matty Reid with a 39. We're not going to let Trent live that one down.
Trent Butterfingers.
How did you go in the Civic today, dude?
3 seconds faster just from wheel alignment.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, wheel alignment's pretty important.
Yeah, very important.
Got a 46.1.
46.1?
Which
Is your VTEC working yet?
VTEC is not working. No.
How did the Z go, bro?
Faster than the MX-5. Just.
Yeah, it wasn't. We're done at Lakeside DTC. The skid control bicycle is all loaded up. Jono gave me a beer. He obviously knows me too well. The RS survived the day. I definitely gave the tyres a bit of a workout. 41.98 in the car, which is great because that's exactly what I wanted to get out of the car. I wanted to get in the 41s. Third fastest in the all-wheel drives. Anthony Benici absolutely killed it on the last set. Top 10 shootout. I managed to get the 4th fastest time in the top 10 shootout. Came by surprise since I was only 8th fastest of the day. I can't believe we managed to do that with still pretty much a stock car. So once we get some suspension in there, I think it's going to be a pretty formidable car. But that BMW is fun though.
BMW is fun. Launch control on this is epic.
It is epic, hey? Far out, I can't believe I just... Yeah, you just hold your foot flat on the accelerator and you just clutch second and it goes. Far out.
So much so I thought we were going through the bank a couple of times, but Dylan just didn't want to brake. He's like, I love the power.
There's the man responsible for it all, Jono. If you haven't already, check out our website at www.skidcontrol.com.au, facebook.com/skidcontrol, and Instagram /skid_control. Until next time, we'll see you at the track.